Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 95th episode of Hunter x Hunter. Getting pretty close to those triple digits, aren't we? So, last episode we actually had our fight between Killua and the one Chimera Ant actually finish in a positive way. Like, Killua was able to successfully kind of conquer the brainwashing. I think he had to literally pull something out of his head. And he won in a pretty cool fashion. And then Gon, has to deal with a bit of Yandere stuff. And I guess Killua kind of has to deal with it too, because he's in the way, so... yeah, that's a big thing that's happening. Also, we ended off the episode with a bit of a confrontation against our cheetah man, our cheetah would-be king. And we've seen what that guy can do, We've seen what he can do. He's pretty fast. I'm not quite sure if they can take him, but they got a chance, I hope. I mean, you never really know in this show, honestly, whether our fight's going to go well or if the good guy's just going to get slaughtered horribly. So let's jump on in and see which it is today. So 3, 2, 1, play. We would like to kill you, yes. Please cooperate. Hopefully his overconfidence is his undoing. Oh. Well, he really is pretty fast. But the blows don't look that damaging. Even if we can hit harder, we can't catch him. It doesn't mean anything. And maybe we'll get a hit in here. Looks like no, not quite. I mean, that's the best place to aim. Ooh. Oh yeah, there's more than one of us, don't forget. Hopefully he makes contact at least. Nope, of course not. Yeah, these are actual and then powerful higher tier warriors, so. Ooh, but this is not looking good still. But hopefully it's just an adjustment period, getting used to his speed, and then we'll turn things around, maybe. Hopefully. I had to have come in with a plan of some sort, right? So, just good luck, everyone. And my cat's on my lap, by the way, so if I look down like this at any point, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, fighting an opponent with like high speed and evasion is always just the worst. Like, if an opponent has high defense and your punches aren't doing much damage, that's not great, but at least you can feel like, well, I'll just have to punch him harder, But if you can't even make contact with your opponent, that's just so frustrating. And yeah, wonder what the real king is up to. Nothing great, I'm sure. Grudge and Dread. I know that feeling. Well, we do outnumber you, but not by a lot. Right, exactly. And we're doing something. Wouldn't you like to know? Yeah, so it can't be poisonous. Unless they're immune to it, I guess. How kind of him. Yeah, hopefully this helps us. Yeah, he's obviously gonna dodge this. Oh, wait, what the heck? When the... Whoa, okay. I didn't know it could do that. At least we got one hit in. I think we see a familiar little friend over there. Is our opponent about to realize how horrible interest is? Okay. Gon knows well how this goes, and you're about to learn. Oh, well, it was a little trip. I do like this kind of turnaround we got going on. I definitely feel more confident now in our victory chances. Did they just leave? Like, we put the interest on them, it's our time to leave. I think it's just gonna get bigger and bigger. It's what interest does. You know, that kind of overconfidence never helps anyone. I do love seeing the animation on him running, though. Oh, okay, we just hid in the tall grass like raptors. Yeah, he's not getting away. Endo. Yeah, I was wondering that too. Okay, but won't actually go off of it. Okay, that makes sense. We can work with that. Interesting metaphor. Like who? As you should be. A little bit tuck it out there, boy. Run around a little bit too much. Yeah, you can't outrun that thing. You can't outrun dead. Plenty of people have tried. And this is bum 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 bum. It's one of my favorite tracks in the show. Okay. Oh, okay. We're actually going here now. Okay. I hope you're right. So it is good that we had something like this. Definitely helps. Probably, yeah, now that you mention it. What's happening? Is something gonna come out of there? Are we gonna see what's left of Kite right now? Uh, hmm. uh, I really don't like seeing him like this. Uh, I think it's getting bigger. Is that supposed to happen? Kite, you did not deserve this. It's like he was all stitched back together. Gone. You got your reunion with Kite that you've wanted for a while. Really can never forgive the bad guys. Well... I'm really not comfortable with you getting that close to him, Gon. He's really not in a hugging mood right now. That was quite a hit, too. Nostalgic punch. I would like someone to stop it. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. Mm. Really can't watch much more of this. This really isn't really kites. All that preparation to get the hug in. Wouldn't it be great if a hug was enough to fix him? You know? This isn't that kind of show. But I hope at least it's got through to him to some degree. Uh... Okay. Can we get rid of that thing? Good question. Goen's gonna vent this on someone. I feel bad for whoever that is. I mean, the cat girl will be the one to really blame for this, right? So... I would love to see Goen just beat up that character. Oh god, that is a face of rage. Hope we get your chance. You can breathe again. I mean, Gon went on a date. Okay, so we are getting a flashback. Gotcha. Or, well, not flashback, flash forward, whatever. Time happened. Yeah, I see somebody back there. Yeah, I believe that. What about Gon? I'm sure Gon's pretty good now. Like, time has passed. Yeah, that's good. Right. Saving it up for when it's time. When it's time to unleash it on the person that deserves it. I get it. I look forward to it. Okay, so that's that. Gotcha. Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. If only you knew. Paging. Oh, that looks pretty good. Yeah, that thing. That makes sense. I knew it was something like that. Possibly. 10 days, that's our time. Definitely. I'll be right back. I'm pretty sure that's not the case. I'm sure he's fine. He really is scary. Okay, cool. He obviously heard our conversation, yes. Well then. Yeah, don't badmouth him. You made us regret it. Stroke him in now, you got his powers back? Yep. Thing is so weird. I'm glad to be rid of it. Goodbye forever. So, do you feel better now? You got that Nen coursing through your veins once more? Can have a quick sparring match. It sounds like that's what we're building up to. He does have the same colored hair. I want you to hit me as hard as you can. Jajunkin. It's kind of an ominous shot of Gon. Got me a little bit worried. He made us regret that. They just kills him by accident. If he does it, no one to blame but himself. But I doubt that will happen, but I still think he... You know what, never mind, he probably can take it. But I still imagine Gon can hit pretty hard. So, I have no idea how this is gonna go. I'm just really curious, so I'm just gonna shut up and watch it now. All I know is Gon's got a lot of anger built up, so... yeah, he's starting to look a bit nervous. You asked for this, so... Any regrets yet? Damn. Let's not kill the man. I think your point was made. Just look at that sweat. A little disappointed. I kind of want to see how I could compare to him. Give me a good sense of power scale between them. Gon seems to think it would have killed him, so... Yeah, good thing we didn't do it then, if that's the case. Yeah, as you requested, that makes sense. Jesus Christ, that name. Okay, I mean... Hopefully that's enough. Someone said something about Netoro not being able to necessarily be able to take on one of the three knights, so hopefully, yeah, our little squads can well, we can do is hope for the best. Even the freaking cheetah guy was no pushover. It really was quite funny though, just the progressing regret on that man's face as Gon was charging up for his strong attack. I almost wanted him to just like say something like, you know what, maybe 70% will be fine. He was probably thinking it. That's all I'm saying. There's a lot of sweat on that man. Although maybe it was just from the heat that Gon was generating. That's possible too. I imagine concentrated and then gives off heat. Maybe. At least in that form of it. When it's being built up for an attack. Like, it's probably not hot when it's just like an aura around them. But anyway, I'm just kind of rambling. The episode's over now. So, yeah, that was the 95th episode of Hunter x Hunter. And yeah, this certainly was an episode. Like, we had a competition with the Cheetah Man, and it went pretty much about as well as it could. Nothing really final happened, but we managed to put the debt collector on him. And it's still on him, I imagine. I think they said it would be on him, like, forever. Well, they didn't say forever. Even if he's too far away from them for the interest to collect, like, it's still on him, right? So I think we can assume it's still on him even by the end of the episode. So he's quite fast, but it's not as if he's physically, like, really, really stronger than them. It was mostly just the speed difference that was the issue. their physical punching tricks probably on par, but you know, I never really know exactly on that stuff really, but like he punched them a decent amount of times, and they never got like knocked to the ground or anything, right? Like knocked on their back. So I assume their physical punching trick is more or less on par with each other, with the speed being the deciding factor, the main issue, right? So that's a thing. They just put it on him. They hid in the smoke and then into the grass, and then the cheetah ran off. So nothing too conclusive happened with that fight, but it ended off in our favor for sure with getting that onto him, and he can't run away from it. So that's probably how he's used to dealing with those problems. So, and then we had a much more important scene, something that's been kind of built up for a while now, the eventual inevitable meeting between Gon and what's left of Kite. And I mean, for a while I didn't really know exactly what would come of Kite, because at first it seemed like he just straight up got killed, right? But then it turned out they did body modification stuff to him to make him a useful kind of pawn for them, and I guess, as they said, being straight up used as just like a training punching bag dummy kind of thing for you know, new recruits. And that's just an absolute horrible position to put anyone in, right? So just mindlessly being forced to attack whatever comes near you, and that basically being your role to get hit and punch. Just, I can't imagine much worse than that. Like, when we see his body, it's clearly been through a lot. I don't even want to think about everything that he's had to go through off screen. Like, it just would depress me to do so. But we let him out of the little cage we had him in. His nen was sealed, so he wasn't too much of a threat. But he can still punch pretty hard, and Gon, who doesn't have his access to his nen right now, just standing there taking all those blows, just kind of memorizing his attack patterns so he could eventually go in for that hug. So yeah, it was a very heartbreaking scene. I mean, pretty much about what I expected for this sort of scene. Very hard to watch. The physical and emotional pain Gon goes through, and it's eventually just gathering up all that anger, that hatred that's directed towards one person, and now it's just a matter of waiting for it to be unleashed, right? That's what we've been prepping for a while, and they even requested the cat girl for their target, right? So we should be getting that sort of payoff in the somewhat near future, right? So, as I said, that's something to look forward to. But man, Gon got messed up by the end of that scene. Just bruises all over the place. Yeah, not really too much more to say about it, but it was about as painful as I expected. So, and then we had a bit of a time skip, and we're off to go save the day. We went to this one city. We get to see, obviously, the king making his moves. He's got the pup, basically the one supreme leader, whatever they called him, very much on those familiar-looking puppet strings and stuff, making moves that are beneficial to him. You know, it's like pretty much literally a puppet leader, right? So that in 10 days was our time given when they were doing the thing. So that's that. We got our own preparations that we're doing, and luckily Nantaro's still alive, so that's good. Because there was a little bit of concern he might be dead. We got to see Gon's power come back, which is also good. And the request to punch him as hard as he can was regretted pretty quick. So good thing that did not actually happen, because I could just imagine him evaporating after getting hit by that. So luckily that was avoided. Everyone's got their sights on their target, and I guess next episode we get to go after them. Hopefully it goes well. Because you even had Nantaro facing the king, right? So we're gonna get like a 1v1 of those two, I guess. So yeah, there's a lot to look forward to here, and a lot to cross your fingers and hope for the best. My voice is starting to die, so I think this is a good time to wrap this up. This was a really good but painful episode, and giving us a good idea of what to expect going forward, getting our plans all in order. So yeah, let's see how things go next time. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.